Over 80,000 passing yards, 571 touchdowns, a Super Bowl MVP, and the revived spirit of a city. By any statistical measure, Drew Brees retired as one of the most decorated quarterbacks in NFL history. In August of 2026, his journey reached its predestined conclusion: a first-ballot induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. This is the story of how an undersized quarterback, counted out after a devastating injury, became the undeniable, undisputed, and now immortal Hall of Fame legend Drew Brees. The legend of Drew Brees starts with a question mark. Coming out of Westlake High School in Texas, he was a state champion, but at barely 6 feet tall, he wasn't the prototype. He rewrote the record books at Purdue, becoming a 2-time Heisman finalist, but scouts still doubted his size and arm strength. He watched Michael Vick go first overall in the 2001 NFL Draft. Brees had to wait until the second round to be picked by the San Diego Chargers. His time in San Diego was a roller coaster. He showed flashes of brilliance and even made a Pro Bowl, but the team was never fully sold, drafting his eventual replacement, Philip Rivers. That clock ran out on the final day of the 2005 season. Scrambling for a loose ball, Brees disappeared under a pile of bodies. The diagnosis was career-threatening: a dislocated shoulder with a torn labrum and rotator cuff in his throwing arm. His time in San Diego was done. His future in the league was hanging by a thread. In the winter of 2006, 2 forces were at their lowest point. One was Drew Brees, a free agent with a surgically repaired shoulder most teams wouldn't touch. The other was the city of New Orleans, shattered by Hurricane Katrina. Brees's top suitor, the Miami Dolphins, had their doctors fail him on his physical, believing he had only a 25% chance of ever playing effectively again. They chose to trade for Dante Culpepper instead. That left one team, the New Orleans Saints. The franchise had a new coach in Sean Payton and a stadium that had been a shelter of last resort. The city was in ruins. But in Brees, Payton saw a partner. The Saints were the only team to offer him a real starting contract. He signed on March 14, 2006, a mutual leap of faith that would become one of the greatest redemption stories in sports. From the moment Brees put on the black and gold, everything changed. That first season, he led the Saints to the NFC Championship game. The peak came in 2009. Brees was surgical, leading the Saints to a 13-3 record as a symbol of the city's defiant rebirth. After a brutal NFC Championship win, they faced Peyton Manning's Indianapolis Colts in Super Bowl 44. The Saints played fearlessly, and Brees took over, going 32 for 39 and earning Super Bowl MVP honors. For a city that had been underwater and a QB who was told he might never play again, it was deliverance. Winning the Super Bowl made Brees a champion. The next decade made him a titan. He led the NFL in passing yards a record 7 times and recorded 5 5,000-yard passing seasons. No other quarterback has more than 2. In 2018, he broke Peyton Manning's long-standing record to become the NFL's all-time passing yards leader, and the next year, he broke Manning's touchdown record. He became the first QB to ever surpass 80,000 career passing yards. Though Tom Brady would eventually pass his final totals, Brees was the one who set the modern standard. Brees played his final game in 2020. All that was left was the 5-year wait for Canton, and the call came at the first possible moment. In February 2026, he was announced as a first-ballot member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame's class of 2026. His enshrinement in August was a celebration for a man who, despite his stature, stood taller than anyone. He has since revealed the true cost, admitting his right arm does not work anymore from the damage, and that he now throws left-handed in the backyard with his kids. He literally gave his arm to the game, and in return, he achieved immortality. His legacy isn't just about the numbers. It's the story of a 6-foot quarterback proving that precision and heart could conquer all. It's about the unbreakable bond that lifted the spirit of an entire region. He may never have won a regular season MVP, but he was a Super Bowl MVP, a champion, and is now forever enshrined in Canton. What matters more for a Hall of Fame legacy? A short, dominant peak, or 2 decades of record-shattering consistency? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and click on the notification bell. And don't forget to click on the playlist above to watch more NFL Hall of Famers of his era. Thanks for watching.